All right, everyone, we're back at the wheel. I'm going to remove our Starburst placemat. So that takes us down to 2 options over the next 2 weeks. So whatever I pick this week, you'll obviously know what the following week's mystery make will be. So let's go ahead and just spin the wheel to see what we're going to be making this week and then what we'll make the following week. This week, we've got the crochet shawl. So the yarn that I'm going to use is actually in this box. This is a sneak peek of a small yarn haul that I just got. I got a few of these Line Brand Mandala, and just look at those colors. I think this is what I'm going to use. You'll have to stay tuned and watch my yarn haul unboxing to see what other yarn that I got. But for now, we're going to continue on with our Mystery Monday shawl pattern using this yarn. Here's the progress on our shawl. I worked on it a little bit last night. I think I got like 4 or 5 rows in. It is now Tuesday, late morning, and I was able to work just a few more rows. Obviously, because this pattern gets wider with more spaces and stitches to work, it's going to take a little bit longer to work up as I progress through this pattern. So far, it's a very easy pattern to follow. Every so many rows, you have to do an increase, which is basically just working a double crochet into the chain space. And it asks you to work that double crochet into the middle chain of those chain spaces. So you can see that row has those increases, and then you go to a few rounds of just working double crochets over the double crochets with chains in between. And then when we get up here, we work another increase. So it looks kind of spider web-like to me. I'm really enjoying the way this is working up and how it's relaxing to work up, not too much to think about as you're working through the pattern. And this yarn is absolutely lovely, that Mandala. Highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to keep working this up, and I will check in again at some point during this week. Good morning, everyone. It is early Friday morning, and here is the progress that I've managed to make over the last 2 days. Not much, honestly. I'm still only into the second color of this multicolor cake. We started with sort of a red coral color, moved into orange. Looks like I still have a little bit more of that orange to go before we start the pinks and purples, and we've got some blue in there as well. So I have my work cut out for me this weekend. I better get crocheting. So, what are we thinking on the colors so far? Finally, I got into some of the pink. Mostly, it's still a darker orange and a lighter orange, but we do have some pink up there. Really like this colorway so far. This is what I've used, and I'm probably about halfway finished. So onwards, keep crocheting and see where we get. is early Sunday morning, and this is the progress that I have so far. I've only got like 2.5, maybe 3 more rows to go. That's how the yarn's looking. So right now I'm just working on the bordering, which is a little bit different of a pattern than the main body of the shawl, but it's pretty easy just following the written pattern. So I'm gonna hurry up, finish this up, and then I will meet you back here and we'll talk about this pattern. Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. This is our Mystery Monday makes, where I have picked 14 free patterns from the internet. I have a random name picker online that picks every week for me, and I attempt to crochet whatever pattern it picks in 1 week, and then I come back here and I show you. So, as you saw, we picked the crochet shawl, and I have it here. Are you ready for how gorgeous this is? It is a super easy pattern. You're just working double crochets and chain stitches, and it works up sort of like in a spiral way. So this top edge is not going to lie completely flat. It will kind of spiral and curl up a little bit. I have not had a chance to block my shawl yet, since it is early Sunday morning and I wanted to get this filmed and edited and uploaded for you guys, so you have something to watch on Monday, because it's going to be a hectic couple of days and I'm not sure I will get around to filming for a few days. So I wanted to make sure I had this up and posted. But you can just see how gorgeous the colors are in that Mandala yarn. Here's the edging. So right on the last few rows, which is what I worked on this morning, you do the 3 stitches in 1, which you can see right there. You work a double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same stitch. Then you continue on with the pattern with the chains, and you do that every so often. So you create these little points, and then the following row you work single crochets into them, and in the top of the treble crochet you would work I think it's a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then you do that again for the last and final row. So you get a nice little subtle peak or point on your shawl. Really nice, worked up super fast, despite the fact that I did not get this started until, well, I started it earlier in the week, but I didn't actually put much work into it until yesterday, which was Saturday. And I got it all done on Saturday, basically, besides those last few rows. It is just a gorgeous pattern. Would I make this again? Absolutely. I think I would make it sort of like Halloween vibes, because you do get a very spider webby type look to the shawl because of all the chains. I'm thinking like a reflective or glow in the dark type yarn, where you could just whip this up and wear it either out trick-or-treating or to work, or just as an accessory around the Halloween season, where you don't have to be in full costume. You can kind of stand out with a nice, bright, glow-in-the-dark, reflective type shawl. Really enjoyed this. I used a 4mm crochet hook along with the Lion Brand Mandala yarn that I showed you before, and I still have a little bit of that yarn left. I did not use very much of it to finish off those last 2.5 rows. So what you saw in the previous clip is basically what I still have left. And I think that was like 500 and some yards. So that yarn really went a long way. And again, this pattern is the Sunset on Fire shawl. I think this is a pattern by With Alex, but I will put all that down below. Super easy, fun, fairly quick project, and it would make really a nice shawl for any season. Maybe not the winter time so much, but definitely spring, summer, fall. Love it. And now we are down to our final Mystery Monday make. If you saw the beginning of this video, you'll know that our pick for this last week is a crochet trivet. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And I will join you back here next Monday so we can see that project completed, I hope. For now, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have made this crochet shawl before or if you plan to. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.